Hello and welcome to another on-the-road truck simulator video. This is the Jeep Carrier, so we're gonna pick up some cars from here. This is worldwide shipping, and this is new. We can pick up cars from here now. This is after the fuel tanker update. Let's get up our job from the boss here, and this is how we load up the trailer. Open those things here, just like that, and then we accept the job, and the cars are here right away. So we just have to lock this part here, and that's it. That's it. This is how the trailer is loaded. You can see all the cars. They're like Opel Astras. Yeah, that's what they all look like. Opel Astras. But what I wanted to do here is kind of compare Truck and Logistics Simulator to on-the-road truck simulator. So you can see this is the car trailer. Now in Truck and Logistics Simulator you can also transport cars, and we can kind of see how this is done in each game. So this is the loading here. But this was on-the-road truck simulator. Let's see now how it is done in Truck and Logistics Simulator. So this is a trailer. We actually get to lower the platforms, and we get to drive the cars in or on the trailer, I should say. And by the way, I'm using a stick here, so I'm basically driving manual. Even the cars, I'm driving the manual onto the trailer here. And of course, yes, this is a little more realistic than on-the-road truck simulator, because this is what you would do if you were a truck driver transporting cars. You would be driving them on and off your vehicle. When we drop off, we don't drive the car off the trailer. Unfortunately, we just drop off the trailer and that's it. But still, it is way more realistic to drive the cars onto the trailer rather than backing up to loading dock. And you can see that this trailer is way lower than the loading dock in on-the-road truck simulator. But here is something interesting. This is the last car that goes on the top level of the trailer. Now, once we're done with that, we have to lift up the top deck of this trailer so we can load up the lower deck. There we go, and then we drive the cars on there. Again, we're only doing that when loading. Offloading is just parking the trailer where you need to park it, and that's it. But still, this is very interesting and way better in Truck and Logistics Simulator than on-the-road truck simulator. And there we go. This is the last car. So we're gonna drive this onto the truck. Right in here. I just have to place it in the right spot. And then the game accepts it. And there we go. Now it teleports me into the truck. Now I picked the same truck. So this is the same truck as the one driving in on-the-road truck simulator, but here I'm using a shifter, so this is actually a manual. I'm driving it as manual, even though this motor is actually automatic, and you can see the dial here for drive and reverse. It does not have an actual shifter in the truck, and I don't think this model of truck is available as manual, but it is nice that the game allows you to drive it as a manual. Older models of man were manual, so you could have driven older models. Even though they don't have older models, like, it is nice that I can actually drive this one using a shifter. Can't do that in on-the-road truck simulator, I must say that. And one reason in particular why it is good to use the shifter, it is because I can actually use the gas pedal as an accelerator while backing up. Otherwise, in this game, if you're using automatic or on-the-road truck simulator, you're accelerating using the brake pedal when you're backing up, and then you stop with the gas pedal, which is a little confusing and weird. So it is better this way. I really like it. Looks like no traffic from the left, no traffic from the right, although I can't see very far, but we're going here. But let's compare the interior of the trucks for a moment here. This is a truck and logistics simulator, and this here is on-the-road truck simulator. A little less detail, I would say, but yeah, they look pretty much the same. It's the same model, same wheels. So let's compare the outside though. So this is on-the-road truck simulator. Look at the skin. Also, look at the traffic back there. I better take a different route because I don't want to get stuck in there. But anyways, look at the skin or livery or paint job if you wish. You can put your company name on different trailers. You can actually put it on the trailers. Unfortunately, you can't do that in Truck and Logistics Simulator. So Lexian Transport is the company that I created in on-the-road truck simulator. I do have drivers, so I can hire drivers, not only buy trucks, but you can sell them, and also trailers. You own the trailers. You don't own the trailers in Truck and Logistics Simulator. So there's a little bit more managerial role into this game here. Then again, better skins, better liveries. That's what they call them in this game. I'm gonna take a left here. The GPS is telling me to turn right, but I'm going to instead take a left because of all that traffic over there. I want to avoid that. But now let's turn back to Truck and Logistics Simulator. This is what the truck looks from the outside. You can paint your truck, so this is you still can customize it, and I make them red. I paint them red, all of my trucks. But there's not much you can do to them. Some of the vans you can paint 2 colors. Most of the trucks are just one, so there isn't much you can do in terms of outside customization. They don't have skins or liveries, kind of like on-the-road truck simulator. But look at this here. There is actually a driver inside. You have a character, somebody driving this truck, unlike on-the-road truck simulator where there's nobody driving. Just like a ghost truck just going around. And here is what on-the-road truck simulator looks like. There's no driver inside. That's it. Trailer looks good though. It's kind of weird how the car, there's no like more that, but I'm sure there are trailers like that, and I'm gonna crash here. But yeah, these are the differences. Trailer looks a little bit different. Loading is very different. And I'm gonna try another outside view here. Let's take a look. There's nobody in there, nobody driving that truck. It's just going on its own. I'm gonna crash. It's hard for me to drive with the outside view. I need to be inside. I don't know. It feels very weird. I always turn the wheel a different way. But yeah. In many ways, these 2 games are very similar, but at the same time, they're very different. Now, there are only 2 trucks available in on-the-road truck simulator. This one and Scania. I am comparing the same truck in Truck and Logistics Simulator, but in Truck and Logistics Simulator, you also have Scania, yes. But you have quite a few other trucks that are not licensed. There is a Renault, there is a American style truck, there is a Volvo. What else? There are many other types of vehicles, not only trucks. So the trucks, you have the semis, you also have rigid trucks, you have dump trucks. But you also have cargo vans, you have like smaller vans, and you have cars, SUVs, pickup trucks. So a lot more vehicles. And to add to that, you also have other types of machinery that you would be using on the construction site, like loaders and excavators and forklifts. You get to drive all of these in Truck and Logistics Simulator. In On-the-road Truck Simulator, you just drive the two types of trucks. There are rigid trucks in here, but the semis are better when with a trailer. Well, the semi you have to drive with a trailer, but the rigid trucks with the trailers that are available to them, like a drawbar or a tandem, they are very funny to drive and don't handle very well. So the semis are actually pretty good in on-the-road truck simulator, but not the other ones. Unless you're driving them without a trailer. Or the rigid trucks without trailers are pretty easy to drive, but once you touch trailers, they're getting really funny. With that being said, there are fuel tankers here. This is with the new update. They also have cattle trailers. These are things that do not exist in Truck and Logistics Simulator, so you don't get to transport cows or pigs like you do in this game here. You don't get to transport fuel. But the main area where this game, On-the-Road Truck Simulator, is better than Truck and Logistics Simulator is the Autobahns. The map is humongous. I picked a shorter route here for this video. It was just over 200 kilometers, 190 left now, but you can drive very long trips here, over an hour and 50, maybe an hour and a half, without driving in circles, like just following the GPS, the navigation, from one end of the map to the other, from, for example, Kiel to München, or Rostock to Stuttgart, something like that. This would be well over an hour, maybe an hour and a half to drive from one end to the other. And although after a while, and I mean like really a while, you can kind of learn this map here, it never feels like boring and the same. If you keep driving around, it's kind of like always different, and you don't get bored. You always feel like keep on driving, and it's always like kind of different scenery. That's not the case in Truck and Logistics Simulator. The map there is very, very small, and you will learn it within days of starting to play that game. Even maybe the first day, if you play quite a bit in the first day, you'll learn it very, very quickly. Another thing in which this game here is better than Truck and Logistics Simulator is the AI. The AI is behaving way, way better than the one in Truck and Logistics Simulator. In Truck and Logistics Simulator, they brake check you all the time. It is actually horrible. This one is doable. Now, the one problem here is, though this AI here is still does stupid things from time to time, and you cannot adjust the amount of traffic. Unlike Truck and Logistics Simulator, where you can lower the traffic to pretty much zero, you can be the only car on the road. So with the lower volume of traffic, it is easier to go around vehicles, even if they're doing stupid things. And I think we're about to see a problem here. So this guy, why is he slowing down? This left lane is about to end now. Of course, as I'm passing him, he's gonna speed up. But I'm gonna keep going. Try to push him. Did we hit? It sounded like we hit, but they didn't say that it took percentage from my load. And let's take a look at the freeway on Truck and Logistics Simulator right now. So this is the first freeway I just got on it and right away I have to exit. So there are a total of 3 freeways. They're really short ones in this game. So we are exiting one and we're merging into the next. Now this is actually here. It's kind of like looks like Golden Gate Bridge or something like that. So this bridge is the smoothest part of freeway on this map. You can actually go pretty fast here because it's the rest of the freeway is kind of like bumpy and there are turns and stuff. But one thing you're gonna notice here is that this truck can go over 90 kilometers an hour. We are already over 100 and keeps going. I had this truck going at 130, so the trucks here are not limited to 90 kilometers an hour. You can go as fast as you can, but there is no road where you can actually drive them too fast. Now here is AI that basically brake checks you right on the freeway. Now this is because the exits here are pretty horrible, so you really have to slow down when you're exiting. We're actually gonna exit very close here. We already took one exit, so you kind of know what the exits are. You really have to slow down. The problem is if there is more traffic here, one car slams on the brakes and you have 3-4 cars behind it, it gets a traffic jam. It's really far back and they stop on a dime and it can be a real problem. So this was the exit, and here is how we're merging into the next freeway. The limit here goes from 130 to 100. Now everywhere in this game the limit for trucks is 90, but you can go as fast as you pretty much want with this truck. So this is nice. And another thing I'd like to point out here is the on-screen mirrors, and these mirrors are the reason why I don't have the seat as far back as I do in on the road truck simulator. So here I sit so far back just so I can see both mirrors. This provides me an easy access to the right mirror anytime I need it. Like I just have to glance at it, like just basically move my eyes a little bit, which is kind of realistic. Like in real life it is very easy to look at your mirror, barely have to move your head. So this makes it realistic. I don't have to use a controller or anything to try to navigate to a space where I can see a mirror. I can easily see it on my screen. Now, I would prefer to drive the way I'm driving in Truck and Logistics Simulator with the seat a little bit further forward and having on-screen mirrors. But the on-screen mirrors are not an option in this game, unfortunately, and actually they had a whole lot of problems with these mirrors at the very beginning. They weren't working at all, and when they turned them on, there was fog in them, and yeah, there were a lot of problems. I'm hoping that one day they're actually going to put on-screen mirrors, but we'll see. One more thing I can mention here, this game has peak left and right, so you can, when you're at an intersection, you can look left and right. But the thing is, I don't really use it that much because it then afterwards it would only center the view and I still wouldn't be able to see my right mirror, so I have to adjust it. So it's kind of not user friendly if I wanted to see both mirrors. So and the Truck and Logistics Simulator does not have peak left and right at all. I am using a controller and I actually... Oh, you gonna cut me off? And I'm not... Yeah, I have to go and pass on the shoulder here. And now he's speeding up, of course. Like, he just wanted to slow me down. They do that. And I feel like the game is set for them to do that from time to time just because you're speeding. I'm speeding right now. The speed limit on the Autobahn is 80 kilometers an hour for trucks, 100 for buses, and for the most part there is no limit for cars. And the trucks in this game are limited to 90 kilometers an hour, which is pretty realistic. I'm pretty sure this is a law in Germany that all trucks on the road have to be limited to 90 kilometers an hour. But I would have preferred that this part wasn't that realistic. It would have been nice if we can actually go faster, even if we are getting speeding tickets. What's going on here? Whoa! The guy on the right keeps going at me. Well, yeah, they are like that. What you gonna do? It happens. It's more likely to happen on a two-lane autobahn. Well, because on the three-lane you would have a little more space and you're more likely to be able to avoid situation like that. But most of the time, I'm able to complete deliveries without any accidents. So this is the good part. Now, in this game here, there's no damage to the truck. There's only damage to the load, kind of like Euro Truck Simulator and I guess American Truck Simulator. So it gets it takes percentage from the money that you make from this job. Truck and Logistics Simulator, on the other hand, if you crash there, you actually have to repair the truck, kind of like Truck Driver. So you would go to a place where, like a shop, and then they fix the truck and they charge you a certain amount, depending on how much damage you have on the truck. But let's go back to peek left and right for a moment. I want to finish that thought. So this game does have that option, but it's hard to use because I want to be able to see the two mirrors at all times. And Truck and Logistics Simulator does not have peek left and right, so I'm using the controller, and I actually secured it near my steering wheel so it doesn't move. I use it for front bus as well. Front bus doesn't have that, unfortunately. Bus Simulator 21 has it really nice. That one is really awesome. You can peek left and right very easily with little effort. But yeah, in these games, I have to use the controller. And you can see the speed at 90 kilometers an hour. I have it the entire time pedal to the metal. So that's how it is. You see me from time to time going above 90 kilometers an hour, but it is only downhill. So downhill, I've been able to reach 120 kilometers an hour, and that was with the fuel tanker, the rigid fuel tanker. And there we go. We have a downhill now, so we're going above 90 kilometers an hour. So this is how it works. It's the only places in this game where you can go above 90. But I really, really wished I could actually drive like 110 all the time. That would have been better. Maybe they can think about that and change it at some point. Shifter would be very nice in this game as well. To be honest with you, I think the perfect game would be a merger between these two games. Like everything that Truck and Logistics Simulator has, with all the different vehicles that are available to drive, and the map of this game. It would be absolutely awesome. The map and the AI, the traffic of this game. And you can see how long I'm driving already, and we keep on driving. And this is very small fraction of the map that we're driving here. Realistically speaking, this is probably 1/20th, my 1/30th even of the map. On the other hand, what I just showed in this video from Truck and Logistics Simulator, that was like half of the freeway on the map. There isn't much more after that. And yeah, there is a little bit of a plus to that, because here, even like the shortest deliveries will take you like 20-25 minutes, while in Truck and Logistics Simulator, the longest ones take you 15 minutes. So if you don't have too much time, if you just have a few minutes and you can sit down and play, it's nice to go and get a job on Truck and Logistics Simulator and get it done, and move on with whatever else you have to do. But if you want to play longer time, I get bored with Trucking Logistics Simulator fairly quickly. I deliver 3-4 things. I use different trucks just to make it more exciting for every delivery, but at the end of the day, you start driving on the same road over and over again, and it's not that much fun. I mean, you lose interest pretty quickly. On the other hand, on this game here, it is much harder to lose interest. Like, again, the scenery is always like so different. Even though you can see the different parts of the map look the same as other parts of the map, so they kind of probably made chunks kind of like Lego to build the whole thing. Even with that, it is so different that you don't get bored easily. Like, you can play for hours this game without getting bored, versus half an hour, maybe 45 minutes tops on Trucking Logistics Simulator. And when we talk about things that are the same, for example, a lot of the drop-off sites look pretty much the same. Places in the city look pretty much the same. Sometimes the outside roads as well have portions that are the same, but still, this map is huge and it is different. So I don't really get bored easily playing this game. The only thing that kind of I don't like is that I always drive the same truck. I want to drive different trucks, so this is better in Trucking Logistics Simulator. It's easier to drive different trucks. So what I'm gonna show here is the drop-off side, and this is what we're gonna end the video with. The two drop-off side, same car trailers for both on-the-road truck simulator and truck and logistics simulator. Seems like there's a nice view here. I'm gonna try to see what the truck in this canal over is. Oh, and by the way, in this game you can actually transport containers. So there's a container trailer or trucks, so you can come here and get containers. I don't think I've ever posted a video about this, and I probably should do that next. But the Trucking Logistics Simulator actually has containers too, and you would actually use a telescopic handler to place the container on the trailer. So it is very interesting there. So now here is where we're gonna back up the trailer to the right. It is funny how in this industrial area there are shops and stuff, but anyways, looks like they are. So we're gonna back up this trailer here towards the loading dock, which again, it's pretty weird with the cars because there's no way to offload them there. This is it, green. This is what you want to see. So now we're gonna exit the truck and we're gonna go talk to the boss. Here in this door, he's gonna accept the delivery, and then we just remove that thing here, and there we go. 1% damage for that accident. And this is it, an empty trailer. So this is how you complete the delivery here. Now let's take a look at what we do in Truck and Logistics Simulator. Maybe just take another look at this truck. It looks really nice. Anyways, moving on to the next. And in Truck and Logistics Simulator, you would be driving on twisting little roads quite a bit. I know the handling of the trucks here is better, so this is not that much of an issue. But we'll be driving slow, so the map doesn't feel that small. But still, it is very, very small. So we're arriving here, and let's see where we need to drop off this trailer. So in this game, you simply drop off the trailer. You don't take the cars out, and it looks like for this delivery, I will be able to drive straight through and drop it off. Quite often, you can actually do that. Sometimes you would, well, most of the time, you would actually have to back into spots. But this one is like kind of right in the middle, so I can just go in like that, and there we go. I think this is going to work. Let's see. And here, there it is. This is also at this point the trailer is detached, and I can just leave with the truck. Now right around here there is a place where I can pick up another job. So this is how it is in this game. You don't own the trailers, you just pick up a different trailer every time, versus on the Euro Truck Simulator, where you actually have to buy your own trailers, and based on the trailer you can pick up different jobs from different places. Anyways, this will be it for today. Thank you very much for spending the time, and I hope I'll see you in our next video. Goodbye.